the seventh planet, Uranus. Now, if you've been following this channel for a little bit and you've heard me talk about Uranus before, you'll know that I'm going to pronounce it Uranus and not Uranus, because I'd hate for this planet to be the butt of so many jokes. And plus, I think that if I were to say Uranus the whole time, I think it would be highly appropriate to be talking about Uranus for the whole video. I might get reported to HR, so we're not going to do that either. Okay? Just Uranus, as astronomers might say it. You know, go ask Neil deGrasse Tyson. He'll tell you to pronounce it Uranus and not Uranus. Although, however you want to communicate with Uranus is up to you. I leave that to you in your private times. Now, enough jokes. I'm lying. There are gonna be jokes throughout this whole video. Okay, no, not about Uranus, but if you watch my videos, you know I just make jokes. Okay, that's enough. We're rambling. Let's go. Alright. We're gonna be taking a look at 12 interesting facts about Uranus. I am a little robot child. Alright. Greenish Uranus is considered to be the dullest planet of the solar system, and yet we do have something interesting to tell about it. Okay. Oh, somebody's driving. Here we have a picture of Uranus. You see, it would not work the same. This video would not work the same if I was saying Uranus. There's no way I could be like, here's a picture of Uranus. You know what? Moving on. Fact number 1. Uranus is the first planet discovered in modern times. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun. However, it is the first planet we discovered. It is the first planet whose discoverer is known to us. Wait a minute, shouldn't Earth be the first planet? Whoever was the first person should have been like, hey, wait a minute, what's this I'm standing on? Must be Earth. There, discovered. Alright. Let's start again. This video's going great so far. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun. However, it is the first planet whose discoverer is known to us. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn are all well known to the ancient Greeks. As for the other planets, humanity was not aware of them until the 18th century. Uranus was discovered by the English astronomer William Herschel. First and foremost, he was a comet hunter. Okay? And when he saw a misty dot moving among stars in 1781, he first thought he had discovered another tailed visitor. Interestingly, sky researchers had seen Uranus at least 21 times before that, but mistook it for a faint star. This is William Herschel, the discoverer of the planet. Well, I mean, technically no, because it said sky researchers had seen it 21 times before. So why did William Herschel get credited? If you can count 21 times back and you know it was 21 times before, then who was the first of the 21? That person discovered it. No. I don't know. Alright. Fact number 2. Uranus was named after the ancestor of gods and titans. Uranus was named after the Greek god of the sky, the son of chaos. This is the only planet not named after the Roman god his Greek counterpart. According to myths, all the other great celestial bodies, including Pluto and Ceres, are his children, grandchildren, or great-grandchildren. Only Gaia, Earth, is his sister. Yeah, only Gaia, which is Earth, is his sister. Okay, gotcha. In addition to the inhabitants of Olympus, the mythological Uranus gave birth to nymphs, titans, who later waged war with gods. It's not very nice titans. Single-eyed giants, cyclops, and hundred-handed giants, hecatoncheires. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, we just got a whole Greek mythology history there. But what you need to know is Uranus is the name of Uranus, and it comes from a Greek god, not the Roman counterpart. See, look at that. The god Uranus gave birth to a whole host of mythical creatures. Is this Uranus, and then these are the mythical creatures? Well, none of these creatures look mythical. I don't see any cyclops or hundred-handed things. Oh, this looks like a lobster down here. Anyway, fact number 3. The planet was suggested to be named after the King of England. The planet could have been named not after the Greek god, but after the King of England. At least Herschel himself, when asked to name the discovered object, suggested Georgium Sidus, which means George's star. That is, it was proposed to name the 7th planet of the solar system in honor of George III, who was on the English throne then. Clearly that did not happen. The name of the planet had remained disputable for decades. Some wanted to name it after the astronomer himself. The name George's star lasted the longest in Britain. Only in 1850 did the British conceded to call it Uranus. What? Should that not be concede? Only in 1850 did the British concede to call it Uranus. Man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Why is King George sitting like this? Look at this. Posing in this picture. All relaxed and whatnot. Next, fact number 4. Uranus is going to have next summer solstice in 2028. Okay, so I feel like, I don't know. Look, man, some of these feel like they're worded weirdly, but I don't know. Next, continuing fact number 4. The average distance from Uranus to the Sun is 2.8 billion kilometers. Because of this, one rotation around the luminary takes 84 terrestrial years. There is a chance of seasons on the planet, and in 2007 it had the vernal equinox for the northern hemisphere. And next summer solstice on Uranus will come only in 2028. Before that, it took place in 1944. So a human who is 1 local year old has all grounds to be proud of his or her longevity. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's just keep going. Fact number 5. One can test his or her eyesight with Uranus. Despite the fact that Uranus is located far from the Sun, I mean, you know what, I'm not even gonna make the joke, because I'm sure plenty of Uranuses do not see the Sun. Alright, despite the fact that Uranus is located far from the Sun, and has eluded astronomers for many centuries. Yeah, can say that again. Uranus has definitely eluded many an astronomer. It is still possible to see it with the naked eye. Yeah, you know what? Some might say in order for Uranus to be seen, nakedness needs to be involved. Imagine how much worse this would sound if I was just straight up saying Uranus. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm gonna need to start this one again. Despite the fact that Uranus is located far from the Sun and had eluded astronomers for many centuries, it is still possible to see it with the naked eye. The apparent magnitude of the planet ranges from 5.7 to 6. This means that in order to see Uranus without binoculars, you need to have ideal viewing conditions and perfect eyesight. But even providing all of that, it is seen only as a barely visible star. To discern more, you have to use some astronomical instruments. Yeah. Uranus in the sky. Mars, Uranus. There's a picture here if you're not watching. Fact number 6. Uranus is a rolling planet. The inclination of the equator of Uranus to the plane of its orbit is 97 degrees. This means that the planet is moving as if lying on its side, being turned slightly upside down. It could be said that rolls along its orbit, but the direction of rotation is the opposite of what an imaginable wheel would have in this case. Due to this, there is no normal change of day and night on Uranus. For almost 42 years, one pole is constantly illuminated by the sun, and the other is immersed in gloom. And only at the equator, the day is similar to ours, although much shorter. So by day, the sun moves in a circle above the horizon, sometimes hiding behind it. Okay, and then we have a little picture here to show the difference, the inclination of the equatorial planes of the planets of the solar system. So look at that, Earth slightly off like that, boom, and then rotates this way. Look at Uranus, rotating on its side. Fact number 7. The magnetic field of Uranus is not tied to the center of the planet. As on Earth, the magnetic poles of Uranus are offset from the true ones. The south magnetic pole is located in the northern hemisphere, and the north in the southern one. Meanwhile, the magnetic axis does not pass through the planet's center. This unusual situation is most likely due to the fact that Uranian magnetic field is not created by the nucleus, but by areas in outer layers where significant flows of matter take place. Therefore, the center of the magnetic dipole of the planet is located at a distance of 1/3 from the celestial body's center. Fact number 8. Uranus has the coldest weather in the solar system. Neptune is farther from the sun than Uranus, and the average temperature on its surface is lower than on its less distant neighbor. Nevertheless, in the absolute terms, the coldest place is found on the 7th planet, not the 8th one. It is found in the lower atmosphere of Uranus. The lowest temperature recorded here is -224 degrees Celsius. The reason for such extreme conditions is the long polar nights, when some parts of the surface do not see sunlight at all for more than 40 years in a row. That is cold. That is cold, and a very long time. see sunlight. Not cool. Well, I mean, it's literally cool, but not cool. Fact number 9. There is a dark spot on Uranus. Might need to get that checked here. Could be cancerous. Uranus's atmosphere is considered to be the calmest among the giant planets. When the Voyager 2 spacecraft first approached it, scientists saw only a few small clouds, but some atmospheric inhomogeneities still exist there. Proof of this is the Great Dark Spot found on Uranus in 2006. It is similar to the same phenomenon on Neptune. This is an incredibly powerful hurricane where the wind speed can reach 200 meters a second. Oh, that's crazy. That's not good. Yeah. Wait, is this supposed to be? It's not supposed to. This is supposed to be meters, not miles, right? I don't typically. If it was miles per hour, it would be mph. Well, I don't know. I guess my dumb is showing. That's okay. Moving on to fact number 10. Uranus stinks of rotten eggs. In 2018, the composition of the upper layers of the uranium atmosphere was determined using a NIFS spectrogram. It turned out that the clouds in these layers consisted of frozen hydrogen sulfide. This is the same substance that gives the inimitable flavor to rotten eggs. Flavor or smell? I don't know. I have never eaten rotten eggs. Have any of you organic beings, have you ever eaten rotten eggs? How does it taste? The presence of this substance in the upper layers of the planet indicates that Uranus did not form in the orbit in which it is now. Like all giant planets, it was born closer to the Sun and migrated to its current location in the first tens of millions years of its existence. Alright, is this really? This is not the atmosphere of Uranus, is it? I don't know, that looks cool. I like clouds, so a lot of clouds right there. Fact number 11. Uranus has 13 rings. Uranus's rings were discovered in 1977. This was the first object of its kind that people have seen since the discovery of Saturn's jewelry. The discovery was made by accident while observing the planet overlapping a distant star. Uranus has a total of 13 rings. 2 of them were discovered only in 2005. Interestingly, William Herschel wrote about the observation of such structures, but contemporary researchers doubt he could actually see them. Yeah, well, we've discovered this reading about other planets, that Saturn wasn't the only one with rings, but Saturn is the planet most famous for its rings. Fact number 12. Satellites of the planet are named after the characters by Shakespeare and Pope. The names of all 27 known Uranian satellites are inspired by English poetry and drama. 3 of them, Ariel, Umbriel, and Belinda, are named after the heroes of Alexander Pope's poem, The Rape of the Lock. The rest are named after the characters of various works by William Shakespeare. The play The Tempest was the luckiest in this respect. The names of its characters were bestowed to 9 satellites of the 7th planet. There is also a character named Ariel there, so it may be assumed that this source provided 10 names to Uranus's moons. And that is it. 12 facts about the planet Uranus. Hey, that was fun. Hey, if you enjoyed, you know what to do. If you didn't like it, you also know what to do, sadly. appreciate each and every one of you. I mean, if you made it this far and you didn't like it,